niggas will never be bigger than Buddy. Buddy gonna do what right.
Right.
Buddy fucking with everybody. You know how many niggas like Drake can't? How many niggas can take care of their family because of Buddy? Just like straight fucking with you.
I ain't never been a nigga to talk about nobody else in my life on the phone with nobody else. I've never been that type of nigga. I've been, these last few days, I've been sitting around like, what the fuck was I thinking?
No, what you thought was nobody was going to hear them conversations. Now, I don't know if it's an amendment or a constitutional or what, that somehow the jail or whoever in charge of them, recording the phone calls or wherever, how that go, that they leaked them phone calls. That's a bad thing. But at the same time, you definitely was conscious in the way that you were speaking about each individual that you had something to say about. Most incarcerated, some of them can be a little salty because the world going on without them. One thing that bothered me about the conversations that were leaked, though I think you're a dope artist, I think Thug is a dope artist to a point for me. He's not really my cup of tea, but he do got some stuff that I've liked. You understand what I'm saying? But when he got to speaking about the things he was saying about Kendrick and trying to put him, the difference between him and Drake, I'm going to tell you what I think. What I think is if Kendrick didn't do it, it's because he don't want his legacy, his thing to be connected with what's been being pushed. Come on, fam. You are a part of what was help pushing the narrative of certain things. I'm not even going to speak on it because I don't even want to hear the backlash, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So when you was wearing skirts and different things like that, you making it easy for, or trying to let the people that's behind you and the people that's behind them, they pushing their narrative to let it seem like to young black males, this is okay to do this. This is okay to do this. This is okay to wear this. This is okay to paint your fingernails and things like that to get a bag, to get what you wanted. Even if that wasn't even your perspective, even if that wasn't even what you wanted to get out of it, even if that's not what you really for or what you mean, that's not who you are. You still help push the agenda because it had to come from somewhere. And I don't know no homeboys that I ever had growing up with me and no other men that I know that's like that and been like that. If you a man, you a man. You don't act like you a woman or portray something less than a man when you trying to get in front of the people and you on your platform now, because the men that grew us up and the men before us that grew them up, we had people like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Marcus Garvey, Ice Cubes, Chuck D's, even hoes, despite the rumors, Asiatic, black men with knowledge of self, black leaders that were black men being black men, showing young black men this is what it is to be a black man. That has changed. That has, excuse my language, that has changed. So I would imagine Kendrick would not want that being a part of his thing. Now, everybody have a certain way they feel about everybody. An opinion, it's like a-holes. Everybody has one. But I, as a rapper myself, an MC, does not want to tie something crazy to their name. So I might not get on a Gunna song. I might not get on a Thug song. I might not get it. It ain't a popularity test of real rappers. If you ain't grow up loving hip hop for what hip hop came to be when it started, and you know the origins, and you know, because you used to have to pay dues and homage to get in the game. Now it's popularity, or as they saying now, that's coming out, who you give it to and who taking it from you. You understand what I'm saying? So you can actually, like they used to say about females, and I'm not saying it, this is just things that have been said in the world. You can actually your way to the top, F your way to the top, fellatio your way to where you want to be. Long as you say yes, you'll get it. Part two. So I just think a real MC don't want that BS tied to the name. And I'm sure you can see it in that way, shape, or form. If you don't, you got to be retarded. Excuse my language. You have to have mental deficiencies if that's the case. Part two, he didn't have to take that plea deal. He was going to win the case. He in there ready to tell. It's how I've seen it. I remember being locked up, and them dudes be ready to tell because they not built like that. I don't care what gang you in, what slime you are, whatever. If you ain't never really been on in the jail, or you just the only thing is you are as big as your street, your neighborhood, you ain't built for this. You ain't built for that. You might be done built up a name in the music business in your area or something like that, but you ain't built for that real street. You know what I'm saying? Because, excuse my language, in hip hop, they used the Bloods to build the narrative. Now they took the Bloods, they helped the Bloods build the LGBTQ type narrative in hip hop. You can't tell me nothing different. When you see Red, they talking slime. When they talking slime, then you see them wearing dresses. These are the narratives. And these are not my opinions. These are actually observations. And if y'all haven't observed it, y'all bugging. So speaking, also going back to the point about with Drake would do the third thing. Drake would do any and every feature, drop, whatever, because he didn't have a bunch of people on his. He not having all them different buddies like he like buddy. He did do some things for people, but at the same time, that's a bigger plan in the mix. The people he worked for, who own him, because it's still all plantationary situations. He's on. I don't know if plantationary is a real word, is it? I made up a new word if it ain't. But what I'm saying is, Drake would do that. That's part of the whole thing. That's how you get people behind you. You act like, it's to me, it's the devil. You act like you with it. You come through. You show love. You do what you got to do. Now, when you are actually an good person, or you're actually a real one, you would do that. But with dude being called culture vulture, a vulture comes and eats so it can keep on eating. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the word of the culture vulture. You come in, you're going to soak it all up. Yep. Man, I do that song. Yeah, I do that song. I watched it happen with my own company. I watched one of the people that was on my label or under Slaughterhouse Entertainment, which was our entertainment company, do work with another person, and they not even paying attention because the person with us was way more popular than this other person. They're not paying attention and looking at this person is really trying to eat off you or build their thing off you. They just thinking it's all, and I'm looking at it like, It brings mix-ups and foul-ups, and it breaks relationships up and everything. So while you thinking this dude over here being 100 or being oneself, and that's what happened. He built popularity. The record label put the money behind his popularity to create that. That ain't gonna happen just cause. None of this happens just cause. You gotta have the money behind it to build it. And that's what they did. They built it because what they do, they own you, the contract, they own the music. So yeah, you can eat off of it, but they own the music. So they're going to eat way more than you are. If they putting the money up, if I give you $1 million to do something, how many millions you think I got? If I make you a billionaire, how many billions you think I got? Yeah, that's where it's at. But as black people, and even the white artists and all that, they getting done dirty too, but they usually eat a little better. But as black artists, we, as black people, we so worried about impressing each other, we're not even paying attention to what's really going on. We'll sell our soul, well, some of us will sell our soul just to show some motherfuckers in the neighborhood that they got a new Hellcat or a Scat or whatever, just to be in competition or doing better than somebody else, when you really could just be in your lane doing you, and it has no meaning or nothing about it that got to go for anybody else. You could just be doing you. And that's why I appreciate Kendrick as an artist, because his music, he just make music and put it out and see what happens. And they put money behind him too. Don't get it effed up. I ain't gonna say that he's not getting advantages and different privileges also, but the tactics are different. It seemed like it's approached from a hip hop standpoint, not a pop star standpoint. You understand what I'm saying? And I could go on and I could ramble on about this forever, because I have a certain way that I think, and being around since watching it unfold as a little boy and growing up, you know what I'm saying, where they have actually taken hip hop out of the equation and just dealing with rap and taking what rap is and putting it in front of other people, and because they found out what was the strong suit behind what's going on. Hey, we could just make some hot songs. Put a bunch of money behind it and get the world into it. Hip hop runs the world. But rap is running popularity also. And when they go ahead and give you a little, I'm gonna just leave it alone. I think I'm gonna do a series, a series on, or a couple series or conversations, and I'm gonna bring it up on the new season of the Broadway Show podcast about the relevancy of hip hop opposed to rap, because rap is a part of the hip hop culture. The culture is losing because these other narratives, as far as our dress, our personal respect and respect for others, the actual knowledge that's supposed to be in it, and it's the 5 elements of hip hop, y'all. Rap is one of the elements, not all of them. So this is my take on what's going on with Young Thug. I'll be back talking about Young Thug, but this is my first take on it. Holler at your boy Rawway, aka the Big Homie. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about anything I said. Like and subscribe, comment, and all that. We build numbers. Now get the